Tony Cipriani found himself already in too deep by the time he was introduced. His father lived the life he ended up living, and to say the least, he resided in the heart of what he became. So at some point, he found himself trying to go up in the ranks of the Leone crime family, doing whatever that was asked for him to do to actually become a made man, just like his father. Time would come, he would be asked to kill a rival made man, and he does it, again trying to become made himself. Part of his obligation was to lay low, but the years he was away, by the time he came back, he became an outsider. He's introduced to when we see his biggest weakness, which was shame.
Hey, so there he is, huh?
Hey.
So listen, Tony, I know you did a good thing first, and I know you've been lying low for a long time. So I want you to take it easy for a while, huh?
As we seen, Tony was taken back, expecting to be made here at this moment, coming back, but instead was put on the back burner. He expresses his feelings towards Salvatore, so when his weakness is shown after Salvatore spoke.
Vincenzo will look after you. You need some money? Ask him. You need a job? Lucky he'll take care of you. What more could a family guy ask for? Even my son done got it so good.
But, Mr. Leone, I thought we got history. I mean, I've done a lot for this family. And now you're expecting me to take orders from this... Well, it just doesn't seem right.
Tony, I know what you did, and no one is more grateful than me, honestly. But the idea that you walk in here and start to question my leadership right away is, quite frankly, out of order. Capiche?
How he was looking down shows the shame he felt and had at this moment, not even looking at Salvatore, forcing himself to go to someone he didn't like before leaving LC. But with wanting to be made, he sucks it up playing the role that was given to him from this point forward.
I understand, boss.
So when you need something, give Vincenzo a call down at Atlantic Key. He'll take care of you. Won't you, Lucky?
Of course, boss. Anything you say. Tell you what, we can go there now.
Rubbing Salvatore the wrong way led us to see why Vincenzo wasn't liked by Tony, but he's even shamed by him, along with him having shame and having to take his hand out.
This is it, Tony. Home sweet home. Beautiful, ain't she?
This shithole is supposed to be my home?
Oh, I think it's very you. Now you're disrespecting old Vincenzo. Now, tough guy, get your ass upstairs and go put on some decent clothes. I don't got all day, so move. Hey, apartments cost money, Tony. Just you remember who pays the bills around here. Me, Daddy Vincenzo over here. So from now on, you work for me. So I better see you back here real soon.
Vincenzo in a way was where Tony wanted to be, making himself feel bad he couldn't be at this time. But when he didn't have it for himself, people had shame to give him. Going to Vincenzo gave us the opportunity to see it while actually working for him. He gets Tony to get a dealer back to work, comparing a guy to be like Tony. He gets defensive, showing his weakness. Keep in mind, people with shame are defensive.
We got a dealer working on North Chinatown patch. The lazy bastard ain't brought any cash in days. Maybe he needs some encouragement to get off his ass and do some work, acting like a bitch. He kinda reminds me of you.
What are you trying to say?
I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm telling you to get over there and make sure this asshole starts bringing in some goddamn money.
Not to be cliche, but hurt people hurt people. Everything is a domino effect, which is why Tony shames the dealer, trying to rub off the shame and make him feel bad.
So, Vincenzo tells me you're too chicken shit to work your patch.
Hey, man, I'm no chicken shit. I've been ill as all. I'll go back to work tomorrow, maybe the day after.
Oh, I think you're gonna work today, like it or not.
The guy really was just scared, being that a rival gang, the Sindaco family, started to set up shop. He tried to warn Toni, but he unknowingly walks him to his death after not taking the right steps, let alone hear him out, showing how his weakness affects others from this point forward.
Listen, man, I told Vinny already. Chinatown's no go for the Leones now. The Sindacos are moving in. If I go back there, I'm a dead man.
Sure.
I'm telling you, man, the Sindacos are dealing.
Before he finds out about the dealer dying, he's even shamed showing up to Vinny's at the wrong time, leading him to have to do something about it when he does learn about it.
Vinny!
For crying out loud, Tony! Don't I get any peace? I'm already all blocked up. Last thing I need is you on my case. But as you're still here, you know, I'm still not seeing any money coming in from that dealer. You know why?
Enlighten me.
'Cause he's dead, idiot. Some chump whacked him. Sindacos have started dealing. And on Leone Turk, too. You gonna accept that, Tony? I want you to get over to Chinatown.
All right, boss. I'm on it.
And it will still be in effect after Vincenzo reveals how Salvatore feels about him. After Toni attempted to shame an old acquaintance of the Leones, JD, he shames him for his self-esteem, although it's unsuccessful.
Hey, remember J.D. O'Toole?
Difficult to forget.
Yeah, he's currently running a Sindaco-controlled titty bar. I mean, gentleman's club. The interesting thing is, he wants to be a Leone now.
Fuck him. He made his choice.
Hello? Brain cell? Geez, Tony, Sal said you was dumb muscle, but I didn't think anyone was that dumb. We can use JD to get the drop on Sindaco's plans. He's gonna be up on the inside. That one, Dan?
Tony, oh, you just gave me some great snuff footage.
JD, you saw that? You're filming me?
I was just in through my own news. I can't wait till we're on the same team.
JD has a lot to know. He was for sure a little off, but he's an important piece in Toni's story. Toni's shame is doing what shame can do to a guy, while JD was a total opposite, not ashamed of himself and his ways. For the ones that actually played this game know exactly what I mean, but if you don't, what I mean shows. Getting away from Vincenzo, he goes to JD after he lent him money in the past, saying that to say he's even going to see him to pick on him and shame him to make himself feel better. Of course, showing his weakness. When he doesn't get shamed, he tries to do it to people he feels he's better than, being that his self-esteem wasn't there because of shame.
Hey! JD, get out here! Hey, JD, you little sicko, get the fuck out of here before I come in here and break your legs.
Oh, I'm coming! But not like that! Hey, Tony, que pasa, huh? Give us a hug.
Oh, you're sticky.
Oh, it's the stripper stuff they put all over me, you know, they like it, you know, they put it anywhere, and so, how you doing?
See what I mean? Although it's weird, JD did what he wanted to, no shame in his game, even trying to hug Toni with that on, while Toni still shows his weakness.
What the fuck are you wearing?
But ask yourself, who's more happy with their life? Just something to think about.
What? This? Oh, I'm an adventurous lover, you know, I like an experimental side, you know? Nothing wrong with that, huh? You can watch if you...
Oh, you're sick. You better shut the fuck up right now.
Okay, relax, Tony.
Where's my money?
See? That's the problem. We are getting ripped off. All right, now you wait here. I gotta go change out of, this thing, you know. Hey, Raven! Time to put away the double ender. Hey, Tony. Let's you and me go for a drive. You know, we got some things we gotta check out.
And next, if it's still not clicking, we see his weakness more closer, and where I'm sure where his weakness started after he gets a call from his mother.
Tony, it's your ma. How long have you been back in town? How come you don't come and see? What's wrong with you? I'm your mother, for her holiness sake. Come on!
Toni didn't call his mother because he was avoiding her purposely, signs of someone with shame. As we heard, she even shamed him, being that shame Toni felt not being made, along with the shame he hears when in contact with his mother. Things start in-house that gives you what you can become. You could either overcome it from things that parents might have felt short in instilling you, or you can be a Toni and let what you can hear on the day-to-day consume you. He was a tough guy, yeah, but outside of that, just a fragile, insecure guy. It's even telling how they meet, being that she wasn't even seen, having to talk to her in the front of her patio, going to show his weakness in the process.
Ma? It's me, I'm back.
Tony? Where the hell have you been? Not one so cool all the time you were away.
As we see, his head is down, showing the shame he's hearing from his mother. She would bring up someone from their childhood she perceives better than Tony, but him knowing the real about him, he of course tries to shame him. But just like JD, he didn't have shame in this game.
They don't have phones where you were.
Oh, come on, Ma. You know I couldn't call.
A real man would have called his mother. You could learn a thing or two from Giovanni Casa. He calls his mother every day. No, he's a good man. And his Sicilian sausage is the best in town.
Casa, but Ma, Casa ain't no good man. He's a pervert.
That's just a foul-mouthed rumor. What kind of man are you, Tony?
Her not believing what this guy got up to be true, Tony goes out his way to show his mom he's better than him, and to himself, after tired of hearing and feeling shame.
All right, Ma, whatever you say. Maybe I'll go give Giovanni a call, see what he's up to.
He went out his way to stake out this guy, but again, we see a guy doing what he wanted, not feeling ashamed, but of course, Tony ruined it for him.
I think I'm in the mood for some loving. Okay, ladies, give me a minute here, will ya? I'm gonna change into something that's a little more me. Okay, ladies, it's milk time. Who's gonna be mama?
Oh my.
Again, it was something weird, but even with taking pictures to try and shame him, it didn't work, continuing to hear and see shame.
Hey, Ma, take a look at my photo. It's of your good man Giovanni Casa wearing a goddamn diaper.
Is this how you spend your time? Sneaking around in the woods, taking pictures of men? What is wrong with you, Antonio? You shame me.
But...
And diaper or no diaper, he's still a better man than you.
His mother definitely was a reason for his low self-esteem, but with his weakness, things started to pick up in his favor. He still took a job for Vincenzo doing this, but being around JD, he had a reason to be around Salvatore after helping him escape a raid from the police.
I just had a tip-off that the cops are gonna raid us.
So? You got a license?
Not for some of the shit that goes on here. Salvatore is here, paying my girls a special visit, you know? We gotta get him out of here before the cops arrive. Meet him out front.
Never a dull moment.
Tony helping Salvatore made him back comfortable with him. He had him under Vincenzo for the first place to fill him out, not being too sure early on. But here he unknowingly helped Tony's self-esteem, bringing him back in.
You did well today, son. I like your style, I always have.
Thank you, Mr. Leone.
You know, I think Vincenzo is taking up too much of your time. I could use a good fellow like you. Give me a call sometime. Uncle Sal will take care of you.
Again, although this was a step up, his shame was still a thing he had. Tony again felt less than being around people like JD, Vincenzo, and hearing shame from his mom. But back around Vincenzo, this was confirmed after he gives him another order. But before this, we see him do his weakness to Vincenzo.
Yeah.
Vincenzo.
Yeah, of course. Oh, of course. I'm being a good boy. Love you. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, sweetheart. Give it a rest now. Here, now get out of here. A little trumpeter for you. Hey, who loves you, Angel?
You do, Vinny.
Is that your mother on the phone?
Sure.
You're disgusting. Where's your respect?
He got on him like this because this, of course, is disrespectful. Again, trying to shame him. But with that, Vincenzo tells him what he needed.
Respect? I call it multitasking, Antonio. What? Don't you like getting a hot bra to suck you off?
What?
Because if it's a problem, I can get Ray to help you out.
Fuck you.
I'm just busting your balls. Relax. Listen, tough guy, I need you to do me a favor. I got girls crazy for blow. I got a car full of it parked in Trenton. Go pick it up, give me a call.
What am I, your driver? Screw you.
The encounter earlier with Salvatore is why he declined to work, especially with the shame he felt working for someone he didn't like in the position he wanted. But with him being adamant, along with pinning him back in reality, he does.
No, listen. I do it myself, but I'm being watched by the feds. You know I'll look out for you. Trust me. Besides, remember, there's a hierarchy here, capiche? Now be a good kid.
Already ashamed to even work for him, it was clear for Toni that Vincenzo set him up. It's gonna look like he's standing up for himself, and rightfully so, but his weakness still was shown.
Hey, Toni, how's the car?
You son of a bitch, Vinny, you set me up.
Set you up? Set you up? When you came back to the city, you had nothing. Nothing! I set you up all right, you ungrateful bastard. With an apartment and a job, and for that generosity, I expect you to take a few risks now and then. I ain't a charity, pal, okay? And I ain't your sugar daddy. So the police were watching the car. Screw the police! When I tell you to do something, you do it. Capiche?
Vincenzo making it sound good to Toni. Although he was full of it, Toni of course says how he feels to when his weakness showed.
Oh yeah, I understand, Vinny. I understand that as long as I work for you, I get treated like a bitch.
No one but Toni felt that way. Vincenzo wasn't treating him like a shit. He was just acting like someone with the role he had. So what Toni's saying that's how he felt and how he was treated showed the shame he dealt with working for him. He was obviously treated poorly, something he seen and felt, but he turned that treatment into a belief about himself. But with this, he drew the line in the sand after getting the stamp from Salvatore earlier.
Well look, I was making scores while you were looking up girls' skirts. Have your bitch job back, boss. I quit.
Shame at this point is starting to make Toni lose his cool. Back at his mother's, this was shown, getting the same result every time. His mother thought the reason he didn't move back was because he was scared of a triad gang, revealing who he killed before going to exile to when he gets violent.
Ma! Ma! Come on, Ma, speak to me.
There's no more here for you no more, you coward. You can't fool me. I know why you don't move back in here. You're running scared of some triad. Your father, God rest his soul, wouldn't let no one run him out of his own home.
But Ma!
But unlike you, your father wasn't yellow. Until the triad showed you some respect. You're no son of mine. A daughter, maybe, but not a son.
She even gets on him about his appearance the next time he pops up, along with being compared to a street racer.
Ma, I'm back!
Look at you. You don't look so thin. If you were still living here with your mother like a son should, you'd be eating right. And look at those cars you drive. You shame me, Antonio. Really you do. People will think I brought you up wrong.
Well, what can I do, Ma? You know I'd do anything for you.
That Circle boy's racing downtown today. If only you were more like him. He treats his mother with real respect. Of course, if your father was here, he'd win the race and take the smug grin off that Circle boy's face. Yeah, he'd make him eat lead. Your father was a real man. Good balls.
And what does he do? He goes to win a race and kill him afterwards, just to feel better than someone who didn't have shame. But the next thing he does takes the cake. He was shamed for taking the pictures of this guy earlier, but the guy recognized Toni and stopped paying protection money, leading him to be shamed, trying not to be shamed, taking the pictures to shame the guy. But with this again, started to make him lose his cool after his mom gives him the rundown of what he caused.
Ma, you there?
I ain't talking to you no more, Toni. You shame your Sicilian roots. After you took that photo of Casa, he stopped paying his protection money. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Your father would have turned him into meatballs by now. Casa might be a bit funny, but it takes guts to snub a Cipriani. I only wish you had his guts.
Taking his mother's words literal, he goes to kill the guy.
You wish I had Cass's guts? Okay, Ma, you asked for them.
Hi, Toni. How you doing? What's up?
You and me are gonna talk, Casa, just somewhere more private.
So, what do you want to talk about, Toni? Is it the protection money? It is, isn't it? Toni? We can talk about this, right, Toni? Yeah, 'cause talking is good. People just don't talk enough these days, Toni.
Stand there and shut your yap, Casa.
Yeah, okay, Toni, but I don't feel comfortable. Hey, easy with that, Toni. It's the on switch for the...
But even that wouldn't be enough, leading her to put a hit out on him, being shamed by him, although he had it.
Ma, you there?
Tony? I'm just on the phone. Yeah, he's here now. Okay, I'll call him. Bye. Tony? Come to upset your mother again, huh? You spend all day playing the tough guy? You never come to see me. Or bring home any nice girls. But who'd want you anyway? You look so pasty and thin. You're trying to kill me with the shame and the worry. Well, no more. From this point on, we're through. I've called a hit on you. It's really the only way, Antonio.
What? Ma?
You were always a disobedient boy. It's for the best, son. At least try to die like a real man. Try to stop shaming me.
But as many know, the primary thing for him was to continue to look good for Salvatore, continuing to be around JD, helping control the Sindacos. But going to see him, Salvatore, his weakness will be called out, being shamed after he was going through it. Although he apologized to Toni, he even goes to say how he feels about him, even bringing up his mother, although we know their relationship.
Hey, boss, you okay?
Do I look okay?
No.
Then what are you, a fucking moron? You're always saying the obvious. I can't believe I'm surrounded by people like you.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm sorry. Toni, you're one of my most trusted allies. After what you did, you're like a son to me. Better than my son. Better than any son. Your mother is a lucky woman.
So I hear.
Salvatore would then tell him why he's down, but as we're about to see, Toni will become angry, something telling to his weakness.
Anthony, it's over for guys like us. We're dinosaurs, or dodos, or dildos, or something. I mean, listen to this. I got a union boss, abroad no less, that I need to do me a favor, and she asked me for money? All I wanted was 24-hour access to the docks while the strike was going on. Strikes that I helped organize so my boys could offload some drugs. And now I get this horse shit? I mean, these are people that I personally fought for, people I've killed for, honest people. And this is how they repay me?
It's insulting.
It's a disgrace. We're finished. Men of honor like you and me. Listen, Toni, I want you to take something to her.
You're gonna take this crap off abroad?
In Toni's life, Salvatore was the only one he fully respected and had hope in. So hearing his defeat, along with the shame he recently been having, is why he tried to get him to do something he would do. But what Salvatore says next shows how they were in the same boat, which was having to do what they had to do.
For now, what choice do I have? Look, go down there, pay her off, and tell her I'd like to have a word with her. Go.
Having that understanding, he helps Salvatore with the union from this point forward. But doing him helping, we see his weakness outside of people he knew, after of course running into Salvatore's girl at the time, Maria. She calls him to when shame of course was still a thing once he involved himself with her.
I want to go shopping and you're driving. So help me, I'm gonna have some fun today, even if it kills you. I just need to finish getting ready. Screw it, I'm gorgeous. Come on, Toni.
But during them being around each other, she started to have feelings for him after being kidnapped by a Sindaco crew. This became clear.
Stop it. One of Salvatore's dogs is bringing me right over. Oh, he's a charmer. Maybe too thin, though. So, you want to come up for a coffee or something?
I'll pass.
She continued to start trouble, along with showing her feelings to Toni, to when he snaps, shaming her, while Maria shamed him for being square.
Come on, Maria, let's go. Come on now.
Well, finally. Mr. Tough Guy makes his move.
Look, Maria, you're Salvatore's girl.
I'm my own girl. You're such a goddamn square. Come on, Wayne, let's party. Hello there, handsome.
Ah, what have you taken now?
Nothing.
What was it this time, huh? Smack, downers, lewds, a little too much trumpet, not enough diazepam, a little too much sideways, not enough up.
Toni!
Who did this to you?
No one.
Who was it?
This guy I'm seeing, Wayne.
Oh, some guy you're seeing. You're my boss's girl.
Shh, come on, Toni, don't be so square. Besides, he gets me this great speed, you know? A girl needs a lift. Plus, it makes you really wild in bed.
Shut up!
She even shamed him after this, after he didn't even know about a certain drug.
Oh,
wrong with you?
Nothing, baby. It's all good.
Get up, you crazy bitch. What have you taken now?
Taking now? Nothing much, you know. A couple of greens, a couple of heavy reds. Oh, and these great pills I'm getting from Holland now, pure as hell. I feel great. No, I don't. I need a zap and I'll be fine. They're here somewhere.
What's a zap?
A zap? You don't know what a zap is? Oh, Tony, you are so square.
Come on, make sense.
He stands his ground out of loyalty, but she will come to her senses, of course shaming him for being broke.
What kind of driver are you? That took ages. I coulda OD'd. I'm a mess. I'm gonna need a new wardrobe, a little nip and tuck the works. Honey, have you got some money?
Not really.
Well, what the hell have you been coming on to me for? I'm Salvatore's girl. He's loaded. Don't you ever hit on me again.
But as I mentioned before, when shame was a thing around him, Salvatore at this point didn't much do it, saying things to Toni to keep him going.
Yeah.
Hi, Tony. I want my money, old man.
Get out of here, you tramp. Hey, Anthony, you're an angel of mercy. Women, what are you gonna do about them, huh? Luckily, I can trust someone in my life. You, Toni. You're very important to me. Did I ever tell you that? Very important. So listen, it's you and me now. We're in charge. We got those fools on the run.
How would you know? You're more interested in hanging out with men.
And you're only happy when you got your drawers around your ankles and your back against the wall. Christ, I met rabbits who like to fuck less than you. So listen, this is important.
Salvatore Leone, you no-dick, bullying, wife-beating piece of Italian
Fuck me?
shit.
Fuck you! In fact, everyone has. Anyway, I got a shipment of you-know-what coming in. This is gonna put us, you and me, on the map big time. Everything should run smooth. I just need someone I trust, to take care of things for me. All right, Toni? I'll talk to you later.
And everything he's been doing will start to be acknowledged by others he was around. JD calls saying he heard good things.
Hey, Toni, it's JD. I hear it all over. You're headed for big things. I just hope you don't go forgetting your old pal JD when you get to the top, right? Hey, drop by sometime, okay, buddy?
And no other than Vincenzo goes out his way to try to get him killed, revealing his mind state seeing Toni getting praised recently.
Is that dumbass Gimp dead yet?
Hate to disappoint you, Benny.
You son of a bitch! Why can't you just die already? You should have never come back, Toni. I worked my fingers to the bone for Salvatore, and you just come wandering back to town, and he's all Toni this and Toni that. This is my town, Toni! My town! You ain't taking it away from me!
But right after, things will start to turn after Salvatore gets kidnapped by the Sindacos. This alone made his state worse. He's shamed after rescuing him, but here is also confirmed Toni's trust with Salvatore was there.
What kind of driving was that? You trying to kill me?
Mr. Leone, boss, I'm sorry. I mean, what can I tell you?
Sons of bitches! They think they can do that to me? I'll tear their fucking hearts out. This doesn't end here. For Christ's sake, Toni, you saved my ass. Call me Sal.
This also made him go and take over their club, something Toni and JD helped with doing.
Thank God, Toni.
Hey, I'm at the back of,
I know. I saw you go in. I've been praying you turn up. Salvatore's gone apeshit. He's coming down here personally to kill every Sandaco he can find. So I took a hike. Look, I put a rifle on the roof across the street. Make sure no harm comes to Salvatore.
Still being around JD though, it's brought to his attention a family tries to get the Leones out the way, putting other gangs against them.
So, Salvatore clean house, huh? And now he's fixing up yours.
It's all mine now, Toni. Those cocksucking Sindacos all been kicked out. Listen, I hear the Sicilians trying to broker peace between the families. Sal's got some heavy up his place right now. The thing is, he smells a rat. He wants someone to go up there and follow this guy, see where he goes.
Come siamo rimasti d'accordo, if you do my associates' work for them, you'll be well rewarded. Hepburn Heights will belong to the Diablos. So keep quei bastardi dei Leone tied down in Portland. And when my associates control this city, you'll be taken care of. Ci pensiamo noi.
Over there! It's the Leone!
During them working together, they became cool. We see this once JD was under the impression he was going to get made into the Leones. Toni didn't shame like he would have earlier, and with JD being made, I'm pretty sure he understood it would only be a matter of time for him as well.
Toni! It's all happening today. I'm gonna be a made man. Me!
JD the Untouchable. God help us all.
I've waited a long time for this. It never would have happened without you, Toni.
Hey, I'm crying over here. Come on.
Hey, Mickey, how you doing?
Ceremony's in Howard.
Hey, are we there? Where's Salvatore? Toni, the first drink's on me.
Hey, the guy was a fucking rat. He screwed over his own boss. Disgraziato. Salvatore could never have trusted that motherfucker. Dump the fucking car in the river. You could drop me off on the way.
But JD being killed is something that's going to be seen, something that weighed on him. But the things the two gathered started to be in effect, which was the Leones being plotted on. Who started things off will be the Diablos, going to try to take over the red light district. Salvatore will be seen to be worried about it, but Toni assured him not to be. But this would show his weakness.
We got trouble. Big trouble.
What is it, Sal?
What's the world coming to? We got the Diablos crawling all over us in Hepburn. They're kicking our asses. We just finished one goddamn war, and bang! We're right in the middle of another. I swear, just when things were looking up, I'm cursed. I'm fucking cursed.
Hey, don't worry about a thing, boss. I'll deal with this.
After hardly defending their new turf, Toni calls him to when Toni was ready to throw in the towel, but Salvatore shamed him into the mindset he thought.
Sal?
Toni, is it over? How'd it go?
It's not good, Sal. I saved a few guys, but we lost too many before I got here. I think we're gonna lose this part of town.
Over my dead body. This ain't done yet. I ain't losing shit. The Leones don't retreat from nothing. You hear me, Toni?
And next would be the Triads taking over their spot.
Shut up. Toni, listen. I got a shitload of money that needs to be picked up from my warehouse down in Callahan Point. I don't trust anyone else to do this.
Hey, Toni, come sta?
Come on, hurry up! Okay, let's go!
Things getting out of hand, Salvatore would of course be on edge.
Jesus, I'm getting paranoid, Toni. Really fucking paranoid. Just because I think everyone hates me doesn't mean they don't. Know what I mean? Someone is out to get me. It's that fucking mayor. He's gonna blame me for all this shit that's been going down in the neighborhood. All of it. Not just the crap that I did, but all of it. Come on, let's go take care of this.
His plan, as we heard, was to go after the mayor, leading him to make plans for him and Toni to go to Staunton Island on the ferry. Toni tried to warn him about the strike going on, but Salvatore still assisted.
Head towards the ferry terminal.
But the strike's still on. There won't be any ferries.
Just drive. I'll do the thinking.
Toni would be right, leading the two to take the bridge that wasn't finished. And of course he gets shamed after doing so, getting called out for not shaving his face.
Oh, shit! Toni, you did it! I knew I could trust you. Well, I could kiss you if you shaved.
Now in this new part of town, Toni went to kill the mayor. But with this, the moment he was waiting for happens. But his weakness, even for a good thing like this, was still shown.
Toni, a few of the guys will be calling you later. Make sure you're around when they arrive. Ciao, Salvatore.
He's about to be met with Mickey, the same guy that killed JD, but with how Toni is seen to react to this is telling.
Hey, Toni, get in. Come on, we're going for a ride. Come on, get in, you're driving.
Mickey, what's up?
As we see, Toni was skeptical, which shows the shame he's been carrying recently and before. Shame made Toni think he wasn't even doing right, not even realizing he didn't do anything wrong, and was loyal, along with Salvatore saying how he was trusted countless of times. Even Mickey shames Toni for even thinking that.
Come on, Cipriani, what do you think, I'm here to whack you? Salvatore's just down there. Madonna me, what are you waiting for?
Tony, my boy, today's the day you're being made.
Oh, Salvatore, I missed the Leone. Our mama's been waiting for this day.
Hey, Tony, thanks. I'll be in touch.
But now a made man for the Leone family, Salvatore continues his plan, having Toni meet Donald Love in hopes to get elected as mayor. If we know Donald Love, this was someone of course he can shame, while doing what Salvatore needed also, which was City Hall control and wanting the Forellis and the Sadakos gone. They do just that, but at this point Tony's shame will still show. With all the killing and the company he kept, this led him to literally go to church to absolve his sins.
Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned.
Crazy thing though, who he presumed to be the priest hasn't worked for him, doing more things to be ashamed of, even saying something telling.
Shit, the devil's hit pay dirt with you, Antonio. Now either you can go off and say Hail Marys, or you can do the Lord's dirty work.
The second option's more my bag.
Tony saying how this is his bag shows how little he thinks of himself. And to add insult to injury, he wasn't even talking to a priest. Instead, he was talking to an illustrator for a newspaper, after again trying to wash away his shame.
I've done what you asked, Father.
Great, the paper circulation has tripled since you found your soul.
What?
Thanks again for all your help, Tony.
Hey, what the fuck? Who are you?
He still would help cripple the gangs for Salvatore along with being around politically. He helps out Donald again to when he figured things was ready for him to become the mayor. But instead, he's shamed after people found out he personally was seen with him. Donald was shamed by people in the community for being around Tony, which is why Donald shamed him.
Hey, Don. Took care of that mess for you. Everything should be cool now.
Really?
You got no more links to organized crime. You're whiter than white. You could be the Pope.
The Pope. Watch this.
Although no links can be proved between Donald Love and Liberty City's organized crime, it seems his friendship with mobsters, including Toni Cipriani, have counted heavily against him in voters' eyes. The past few hours have seen his popularity plummet. He is deemed, it seems, unfit for office.
Unfit? Because of you.
Donald shaming him here, he's about to respond like how someone who carries shame does.
Yeah, and it's all your fault.
My fault?
Oh, yeah.
My fault.
And do you know what my weakness has been the entire time? Arrivederci! Bankrupt!
But things would only get worse after Salvatore gets arrested by the feds, forcing him to act like his lawyer. He gets informed by a cop the two had in their pocket.
Yeah.
Hey, tough guy, it's McCaffrey. The feds have caught up with your boss, Salvatore, and they're real pissed. He's gonna take the heat for every crime in this city. So we never met. Understood?
But ironically, he shamed the guy when they first met after taking his word as a threat. Him being a made man led him into doing his weakness.
So you're the pain in the neck, huh?
Excuse me?
Got all kinds of important people very pissed off at you. Leon McCaffrey, LCPD.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the restaurant business.
Whatever you say, tough guy. You greaseballs want to put holes in each other, I don't give a shit. All I care about is my cut.
Oh, I love a man of principle.
Well, me too. I go to all their memorial services in fast cars with hot broads. My cut, where is it?
Up your ass, buddy. Like, don't make me laugh. You keep fucking with me, I'll put you, your friends, families, your whole fucking hometown under the sword.
Hey, relax.
But back to Salvatore, he's met with him, doing what he was told.
Those Constantindacos or those cocksuckers, the Forellis? Who was it? Who ratted me out? Let's hit them both hard. Way I see it, they both could use a good beating for this outrage. Motherfuckers!
It will be my pleasure.
Thank you. Tony, you really mean a lot to me. You know that?
He had Tony finish the gangs in the city, and finally he gets out, all because of Tony.
Sal, you there?
Anthony! I'm getting out! My arraignment's today!
Great!
Yeah, but I got this dose from the Sicilians that want me to make us a coin. With me in here, who's stopping them from taking over?
Hey, they'd have to get by me first, Sal.
Yeah, Tony, whatever. Just make sure I get my day in court. Hey, the guards are coming now. I'll see you around the front.
It's good to be a free man again. But listen, I'm gonna head up to the house and get out of these stinking rags, okay? I'll meet you up there.
But shame was something he did to Salvatore after he felt he did a dumb move, being too happy at Tony's doings.
No, I'll talk to you later. Hey, Tony!
Sal, you're back where you belong.
Hey, we're both back. You and me, we did it, huh?
You know it.
We cleaned it up with the Forellis, the Sindacos we sent into the fucking sea. Now I got the Sicilians on the phone wanting peace. We all want peace. But my peace, not their fucking peace. I'm the big man now. No chump from the old country's gonna tell me what to do. I told them to go fuck themselves.
You did? Was that wise?
Hey, I'm the boss now. Me. Now let's go see the mayor about getting my charges dropped.
Going to see the mayor, the two instantly get met with Sicilians after Salvatore's stunt.
Lousy bastards have taken him already. How many bastards are on this rock? You shoot one bastard and another one bites you on the ass.
They confront the guy from earlier and getting the mayor to when the Leones come out on top, and the rest is history.
Torini, it figures. Give him up. The mayor is mine. This city is mine.
Salvatore, Sicily never wanted questo schifo di città. But when tribute drive up, what could we do? It was nothing personal.
Nothing personal? After what you put me through, I'm gonna tear your fucking heart out. Hey, Mr. Mayor, we just saved you from a bunch of crazed Sicilians.
Yeah, thanks.
And that means?
The city is grateful to you? Ow!
Try again.
That you work for me, right?
Oh yeah, that I work for you.
Good. Now don't call us, we'll call you. Get out of here, prick.
Thank you, Mr. Leone.
Tony, we did it. We run things now, you and me. We're a team, huh? Now I just need you to do one small thing for me. I got some problems that I've been dealing with.
In this last encounter, even with things being put to rest, his weakness still was shown though.
Hey, Uncle. How you doing, huh? You look good.
Ah, Salvatore. All we really wanted was clarity.
Yes, Uncle. I appreciate that.
So, we are at peace now. You and the old country.
Of course. Me and all my people.
Good. Very good.
Sneaky little bastard. I wouldn't trust him a fucking inch.
Every dog has his day.
Yeah, but we did it.
Yeah, we cleaned up. You did good, Tony. You did real good. I always knew you was a good kid. You saved my ass a few times, and I appreciate that kind of loyalty.
Thank you.
A good worker? I like that. Respectful. So I got you that $500,000 I promised you.
Half? Ooh, I thought you, said a couple.
I said $1 million. For what? You can put a price on friendship? The kind of friendship you and me have?
Here it was revealed another thing he expected coming back to LC, but here he's shamed by Salvatore, the one he counted on not to do that.
Shame on you. Come here. You're a good kid, but shame on you.
In reality though, Tony still got what he wanted in the end, regardless of the money. Even years later in this position in '01, he was sitting back calling the shots, and be fat, that was the only goal for him to do. But to get what he wanted and being in positions that made him low, being scolded by every little thing, along with his codependency for Salvatore, and doing his ways on others, is why his biggest weakness is shame.
All right, let's go over here. Hello, caller. You're on Chatterbox.
Yeah? Is that Laszlo?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
My name ain't important. It's real unimportant, okay?
No, not really. I mean, this is a radio show. People usually tell us their name.
My name is real unimportant. And you want to keep being a wise guy, you'll find out just how unimportant. Like, unimportant, I just got shot in the head, unimportant. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Why are you calling in today?
Because I need some advice. And I ain't doing any of that shrink shit.
If you swear again, we're gonna have to cut you off. This is a family show.
Sorry. I'm just a little unhappy, a bit agitated. Real angry. It's my ma. She don't think I'm a real man. Can you imagine that? I mean, I do a man's job and all, but she treats me like a little boy. All I get is, your pa this and your pa that, and you ain't a real man, Tony, and it's driving me freaking nuts.
Well, Tony...
Tony? How'd you know my name was Tony? You tracing this call? 'Cause if you are, you're gonna get real intimately acquainted with what your brains look like. My name ain't Tony, okay?
Okay.
But my mom, she keeps going, Tony, be a real man. Stand up for yourself. Don't take no shit. But all I do is to be a good son. And I want her to show that she cares for me. Show that she loves me. And, you know, say I was a good kid. But it seems like nothing's ever good enough for her. You know what I mean? What do I do?
Well, sir, you know, in life we have a lot of obligations, and we just kind of have to face up to them. And right now, I'm obligated to play some commercial announcements. We'll be back right after this.